Welcome to the 12th episode. Yep, we're already at 12 of the DIlks Musk. It is
Number 12.
number 12 and counting with 2 a week. We've been doing pretty good with getting 2 a week up. So, how was your weekend? You went up to Scranton?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. The drive up there sucked because it was raining / snowing.
Yeah.
And on 81, it sucks.
I know. I live right by it.
It is the worst because it's either you're on the slow lane and you're trying to pass vehicles, but when you try to pass vehicles, it's concrete barrier vehicle.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze, especially when you're going next to an 18-wheeler in the snow. It's not really where you want to find yourself.
Not only that, but when we were...
Let's put up our sponsors. Liquid Death, Mango Chainsaw.
Monster, and proper number 12.
The unofficial sponsor, all three. If
Proper
you guys,
number 12.
we take payments in cases.
Drink responsibly.
You could send us a case of Liquid Death or send us a case of the Orange Monsters, or you can just send us a case of the Proper 12. Well, send him a case of the Proper 12.
Send me the case of proper 12.
And then send me the Monsters and the Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Because that Proper 12 won't be really well received here.
It'll be well received here, though.
Yep. So, and someone got a little drunky this weekend. From 1 to DIlks Eyes, how were you? Because they don't know about DIlks Eyes. We haven't talked about DIlks Eyes.
I wasn't that bad. I was probably a drink away from that.
Yeah. DIlks Eyes are known between us two and our sister.
That also gets them.
And it is the...
It's like this.
Yeah, you can... It's like we have like this much room to see out of our eyes.
But we can still see perfectly.
I mean, I don't know the difference between perfectly and perfect, but you're making quite the jump.
It's pretty perfect.
I mean, I haven't had DIlks Eyes in over 3 years. This eye's a little wonky today. I got a little lazy on the right, a little wonk. But
the photos, when we are intoxicated, you instantly know.
They're all we have that famous one of Jess from our Mannheim house.
Yeah.
And that's when Zoe was all over her.
Yeah.
And
do you know
was rocking DIlks? That was the day we went to Baltimore.
The originator of DIlks Eyes? Dad? There's a photo of mom and dad at... It might have been like their anniversary party. And dad had the 80s parted hair. But he had the DIlks Eyes rocking.
So that's where the DIlks Eyes come from. I'm sure Papa probably had them too. I'm sure. Back in his drinking days. Because he was sober for the last like 30 years of his life.
Yeah, he didn't... That is one thing that I wish before he passed away if I drank a beer with him.
Didn't he try asking for one? Grandmom tried not letting him have it, and he was literally on his... Yeah, he was like on his deathbed from hospice, home with hospice care.
She also yelled at us for letting him eat pepperoni pizza.
Like the sodium.
Yeah, the salt level is too high. And Dad's like this, what are you talking about? I think he ate like 4 slices of pepperoni pizza.
Good.
I know.
That's what hospice is for. You should be letting it all out.
I know. It was funny. What'd you do this weekend?
Oh, my camera. There we go.
He's always with the technical difficulty people. Never me. Always shitty.
I'm using the external camera, so it's a better picture. It's just sometimes it falls. That's life.
You don't like the foggy background of mine?
No, I like my real background of mine. I got another book. Add to my collection.
You think you're so cool.
Howard Stern comes again.
You think you're cool because you know words.
It's it's the Howard Stern book I got is all of his best interviews.
Is he still rich?
Yeah, he's on Sirius. He's been working from home ever since COVID happened. He hasn't gone back into the studio since.
Didn't he get real freaked out for COVID?
Well, he's a germaphobe to begin with.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you.
No, not like me. I just like to wash my hands. I apologize for that.
You don't just wash your hands though.
I wash my hands every time I smoke a cigarette because I had my hand in my mouth. Or if I
Why
go to
were
the
your
bathroom.
hands in your mouth for your cigarette?
Where do you think your fingers go? Your lips. Where do your lips touch your tongue? What? Is it not? I'm having constantly my fingers to my lips.
You're
So
right.
it's good to keep washing my hands since I'm doing that. You would too, I'm sure.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
The only I was fixing up my beard the other day and they ended up shaving too much right there.
See it.
And it's
Patch Adams, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I already have the patch here.
I didn't know Robin Williams is back.
This patch won't go anywhere. It won't get hair. I've tried for years.
Where's your little clown nose patch?
Yeah, I'll give you a clown nose. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
What's that, Patches O'Houlihan?
I got a patch on each side now. I can't even go one way or the other. Either way, there's a friggin' patch.
Oh my God!
This patch will grow in fast though. This patch is already
what
coming
happened?
in. I was.
You see any patches on mine?
No, but I was doing mine, and I was just trying to clean it up a bit, and I cleaned it up.
You cleaned it up.
I sure did. I cleaned up something. But so yeah, now I have a patch. I need to get my hair cut again soon because my roots are coming in.
Listen to what you're saying.
I know. I said it and then I heard it.
Did you just say my roots are coming in?
Sir, do you not see them? They're out of control.
I don't even know what roots are except maybe in a plant.
You see how my hair is two different colors? Like the blade of grass, the roots are coming in, meaning the brown is coming in and it's pushing the blonde up and out.
Why don't you just not get blonde hair back?
I might do that. We'll see. Or I can go full Jonah Hill and You People and slick my hair all the way back.
You don't have the skills or the gel to pull that off.
I need a lot of gel for that on my curly ass hair. Because my hair gets curly when it gets long.
Look at Danny Briere. This is Danny Briere becoming the GM.
I know, it's awesome. Wasn't he well, if he does good, then they're gonna keep him around. Wasn't he a scout for a while too? He started out as a scout.
He was something in there.
I think he was special operations for scouts or something like that.
Yeah.
And you hear this a lot, that a lot of GMs are former scouts.
Well, hopefully he scouts us a new team.
Well, for those who don't know what a scout is in sports, it's why the fuck? My work computer just turned on the other side.
Is it telling you to start working?
I hope not, because I'm not gonna. I did my 7 to 5:30 today. Long day tomorrow too, 7 to 5:30, but then I'm off Wednesday.
That's not bad.
No, I mean it gives me a break during the week between the 7 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, and then 7 to 5:30 Thursday, Friday.
What time are you going to be here to set up for Bria's birthday party?
To set up.
What?
It's at your house, right?
Yeah.
We'll probably get there early just to get some decent parking.
We have a huge.
I know, but I also have a handy capable person that's going to be probably with me.
Do you want me to save the spot next to my house for you?
If we're coming down, then yeah.
Okay.
You'll know in advance if it's both of us.
Then I'll save that spot.
Then save that spot, yeah. Mikey was just shopping for Bria's birthday present yesterday.
You know what else might be easier? across
What?
the street.
Well, I mean, your spot's probably the easiest.
Then I had to give up my spot, but I
Just
will for Mikey.
Just for the day. That's nice of you. Where is it? Where is it? She just sent it to me. She picked up Bria for her gift. It is, where the fuck is it?
Would
It's
you
like
get her?
it's like a dance mat.
No.
What?
It's not getting batteries in it.
It's like a dance mat where it's like Dance Dance Revolution for kids.
I wish I could write on the invitation. It's nothing annoying.
Well, at least you're. Never mind.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, I know you do. I know what you're about. I know that you know.
That looks cool.
So it's for ages 3 and up, and you can do it with her too. It's for adults too. You can go against each other.
This is a Dance Dance Revolution?
Yeah, and the winner moves on. The winner gets the big bed. So
all
she
I know
beats
is
you.
mom got that cactus thing, that talking cactus, and I leave it out in the vehicle for the reason of, yeah, I just want it when we travel. No, because it's annoying. It repeats everything you say.
Yeah, we have a little cat like that.
If Courtney and I are in an argument, we can't really seriously argue because every time we talk, it repeats it back to us.
It's almost reiterating the argument.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
So,
what are you gonna do? Kids' toys are always gonna be annoying.
I secretly turn off toys.
You just go by taking random batteries out of shit.
And then I feel bad because Bria walks up to me like this. Like, turn this on. I don't know where the button is.
Yeah, all of a sudden this isn't working. Man, she liked that fluff.
Hold on, Jay. I'm back. Can you see me?
Yeah. She really liked that fluff earlier, huh?
JD. She went like this.
Like, she just discovered that was her coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah, and then she just started screaming at the fluff, and I'm like, oh my god, it is very sugary, marshmallow fluff. So
you had to cut it?
Yeah.
You had to get her hooked and then pull away the supply?
And she was pissed.
There was no sound on that volume on that, her face said it all though.
As soon as I put the lid on of the fluff, flipped out.
I saw, that picture was hilarious of like her screaming, but with the fluff all over her mouth still.
She's funny.
That picture was fun.
So yeah, she's pretty funny.
So
I can't. Good.
I was gonna say, what do you think the best cartoons are these days? You think it's still The Simpsons?
I don't know if their Family Guy passed Simpsons.
Yeah, for me it did too. For me it goes Bob's, Family Guy, South Park, Simpsons.
That's probably the same order. American Dad is cool though.
Yeah, American Dad is funny. It's just not as many like if I had to do a top 5, the 5th one would probably be like, Big Mouth. Big Mouth is over Simpsons for me.
Yeah, Simpsons.
I still watch The Simpsons here and there. We'll put it on because it's on Disney, and it's easy to put on because there's 36.
Now the big conspiracy is Bob copies Simpsons.
How? Simpsons
not
takes
Bob.
place.
Family Guy.
Yeah, I mean, but Family Guy even makes a lot of jokes about it. When Peter's drunk the one night, he goes.
He fights Homer.
Well, no, he's drunk one night in bed, and he's waiting for Lois to get in bed, and he's like, he's like drunk, and he's like about to piss out, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's like, we stole all of our stuff from the Simpsons.
they say we stole a lot from the Simpsons. We stole a lot from the Simpsons.
yeah. I remember. What would you say your favorite '90s cartoon is?
Growing up.
Yeah. You want to hear mine?
What?
Rocket Power.
See, we were on different
and
timelines.
Doug was the shit.
Doug was in my head actually as like saying Doug. That was in my head.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was great as a kid. Hey Arnold, Doug. I watched a ton of Boy Meets World as a kid too.
I'm talking cartoons.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I
Ren
watched
and Stimpy.
I watched it. At that age, I was watching more like not adult stuff, but like TV shows.
Yeah, I was watching more cartoons because I was more childish.
Like Dude Ranch or
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
Thought we were going back and forth.
Is that what it is? Was Cat Dog in your tops?
I did love Cat Dog. Ren and Stimpy was cool. Doug. Doug was the shit.
Rugrats. You were past Rugrats. Rugrats was popular. And I think right in between us was Recess.
I loved Recess.
Yeah, that was like right.
That was like us. That was like a bridge between our cartoons right there.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Like I stopped watching cartoons right around the time that Recess came out, which would have been your prime time cartooning.
Yeah.
I remember.
I want to say, Hey Arnold.
I used to record stuff off the TV all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and have tapes of like my favorite shows. I remember, like, especially Christmas time. Yeah. I had like 3 tapes that were all Christmas stuff that you could just put on and it'll just play. Even the commercials were in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't know the fast.
Well, you loved the Turtles.
Yeah, that's another great cartoon that we didn't even say, because that was a cartoon, and then movies came out.
If you would have saved those like,
I know, and they're coming back again.
You would have made a lot of cashish. You had a whole Ninja Turtle
trunk.
Case.
I had a trunk.
Yeah, you know how much that thing's probably worth right now?
Seth Rogen is making it right now. It's the same cartooning. It's the same cartoon style as the Spider-Verse. I'm not sure if you watched the Spider-Verse, where it was all the different universes that Spider-Man had lived in, and Nick from New Girl was in it, and he was one of the he was like the lazy Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of cartooning effect, and they made a new Ninja Turtles movie that's coming out soon, and Seth Rogen is the producer of it.
What was that show with the ducks that we watched? They just came back with it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite Simpsons things, or Family Guy, DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Remember when Peter, there's a cutaway of him sliding into the money, and he goes, "This is solid." And his body's all atrophied all over. He goes, "This hurts so much."
Who's your favorite character on Family Guy? I want to say Stewie and Brian's back and forth is like Bob and Gene.
Yeah, I love
and Teddy.
Yeah, I love Stewie so much because him and Brian, like, their episodes. That one episode when they're in the bank vault the entire time.
They're locked in the thing. Brian, what's this for? Remember, he pulls out the thing.
Yeah, because he had a gun in his lockbox.
What's this for? Do you hate yourself?
A bottle of whiskey and a gun.
Yeah.
And
or when he poops, he's like,
and he made Brian eat it. And he goes, "I was just seeing if you were gonna do it." That's one of the best episodes.
That's really funny.
Another great Stewie episode is when he meets with the therapist.
Oh my god. Oh my
And
god. Oh my god.
and he goes, "I'm gonna rap the whole thing from Hamilton," and he kept
Yeah.
having the
And
nose.
and it's getting bigger.
It's not.
He's like, I don't even know why I speak in this accent. He didn't even have an accent in it.
Oh, it's such a great episode.
That is.
That's the thing about Family Guy is they're still pumping out. Even recently, there's still been great episodes because I still watch every Sunday. Or I watch it. I watch it Monday morning.
I'm not allowed
Monday
to watch
afternoon.
Family Guy.
Not allowed to watch it.
No.
No. Can you watch it like by yourself?
Yeah, not in front of Bria.
Yeah, when she's 7 though.
It's a little too much.
When she's 7, you can probably break it out.
Dad hates Family Guy.
I know it's too violent for him.
Yeah, he does not like Family Guy.
How great is Big Mouth?
It's so inappropriate.
It's so inappropriate, but it's funny because it's relatable.
It's just sometimes you're watching an episode and you're like, this is just way too much.
One of my favorites is how it started out like Goodfellas, and he was talking about how oh my god, and that one's so funny.
Yeah.
Can't even say it on YouTube.
No. What was I about to say?
Big Mouth, John Mulaney.
John Mulaney's pretty funny. He's not the funniest person in that. David Kroll is.
Nick Kroll?
Nick Kroll. Who's David Kroll? His brother.
I don't think he has a brother, but
Kroll. Nick Kroll is the funniest in that.
He does a bunch of different voices. Which voice are you talking about? Nick Birch?
What?
The main kid he does the main kid's one, but he also does the hormone monster.
And he does the coach? No, not the coach. You know who does the coach?
Yeah, I do.
It's from the league. The guy from the league.
No.
Her brother from the league.
No, it's he does the one voice.
He does the other friend.
Yeah, he does the other friend, Jay. And he's always fucking his pillows.
JD.
Well, they're not pillows, but they are. One's a man and one's a woman because he's bisexual. What? It's the show. I didn't create it. I'm just saying it. That's the voice he does. The hormone. The Coach Steve is done by Fred Armisen.
Yeah.
And Fred Armisen also plays his dad, Nick Birch's dad.
That's right.
But yeah, there's a ton of people. We already talked about it because like Teddy does a voice of Gretchen and what's her name, Edith. On Bob's. And
I know.
Did you ever see Wet Hot American Summer?
Yes. Saw it before you. But continue.
Okay. You know the can of peas that he's talking to the entire episode?
Yeah.
That's Bob.
I already knew that.
It does the voice?
Yeah, he also does Archer.
Well, yeah, I knew that. There's a whole episode where they're like intertwined.
I know, it annoyed me.
Well, no, Archer comes to there.
Do you know what's the number one worst Bob's episode is when they're different like animations.
Yep.
I hate that episode.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people. See, because I'm in this Facebook group for Bob's. There's 193,000 people in it. And there's been a mass consensus that either you absolutely love that episode or you absolutely hated that episode. I'm
on the hate side of that episode. I hate that episode.
I hate watching it, but I like listening to it.
It's confusing when you watch it.
When you're like listening and it's in the background, it's a good episode.
Why'd they do that? It was the fan thing.
Yeah,
right?
it was
fans.
Because all the fans
drew in.
Because they were having fans send in their fan art, because there's another Facebook page that's Bob's Burgers Fan Club, their fan art, and all it is is people submitting Bob's Burgers fan art. So that one's only got like 10,000 people in comparison to the other one that's 200,000.
If you do come to the party, there's a lot of people requesting our cooking show today.
Or what?
Our cooking show.
Wait, an episode where we cook?
Yeah. Together.
Together? And that be an episode? I could probably make that work.
Now, when would you come?
Well, this wouldn't be for the party.
It can be whenever.
Well, you have too much going on for the party.
Yeah. So we would have to do a cooking episode.
Or we could remember my other idea for a show where we build stuff and it's
No, that would be a terrible idea.
It would be you yelling at me the entire time.
Well, you don't even know how to use any sort of tools.
You're already yelling at me, see? We're off to a rocky start.
It would be a real problem.
And you think I'm any better in the kitchen with those tools?
We're cooking spaghetti and meatballs.
I'm not eating the spaghetti, though. We can make a meat to balls, and we can sliver the onions.
How about we make a pizza?
Edge.
We make a pizza.
Make a pizza pie?
Yeah, with the dough and everything.
You have a wood burning stove? Because I only fuck with wood burning stove pizza, and that's it.
No, you don't.
If it's not out of a wood stove, I won't touch it.
We do have a rock plate that we put in there. It's sort of like that.
Okay, now we're talking.
So you heat up the pan. It's from Pampered Chef. Courtney's addicted to it. So you heat up the pan first because it's made of stoneware. Okay. For all you Pampered Chef fans out there, stoneware. You heat up the stone prior. You get it up to temp. Then you put the pizza on. Then you put it back in, and it heats from the bottom up. Nice crispy crust.
We can do. I have enough camera equipment that we could shoot an episode in person.
When?
I mean,
we had to give the fans what they want.
How many fans want this?
3 or 4.
Well, that's enough for me.
Jessica and all her friends said they wanted a cooking show between the two of us.
Do they know how horrible I am in the kitchen?
I'm sure, JD.
They're just learning this now. I mean, I'm
sure.
I know how to make chicken nuggets out of the air fryer.
I don't even know if you know. You just throw them in and you push a button.
And then I shake. Then I shake.
You're baking the pizza.
I shake it a little bit, do a little flip.
You are making the pizza.
No,
fresh ingredients. We are. Okay, we are. It could be a hit.
Fine. I can live with that. We'll
probably. Why don't you come the night before?
It's a lot. Getting out of the house. We got the 2 cats.
Feed them.
I know it's feed them, but also they get fed twice a day.
They'll be fine. You feed them at night, and then you come back. You're coming back the next night.
And they get fed in the morning.
They'll be fine, G. There's one missing meal. Believe me, Plops will be fine.
I don't think you know Plops.
Plops will be just fine. His nickname is Plops.
Oh shit! Where did my little toy go that I found him? Damn it!
We could make pizza. We could do an in-person shoot.
I found Plops the toy. See this little wire manager thing?
Yeah.
If I give this to him, he'll play with it for an hour. All I have to do is give it to him already Velcroed, and his little feet, I give it to him like a little ribbon. And every time I give him one of these, he goes apeshit crazy for like an hour. So I'm holding on to it. I found it earlier, but I've been waiting to give it to him when I was done work. That sounded bad.
Dave was just coming in here, just ready to watch. He's talking about his cat, which makes it even sound even worse.
Yeah. I like just watching him play with it.
Again, he's talking about his cat.
Again, I think you're making it sound worse. I'm talking about this toy, which is a wire manager that my cat plays with.
All right.
Man, where's your mind at?
So we'll cook.
It is in the gutter, sir.
We will cook, and we have to cook something different than pizza. Pizza's way too easy.
Pizza's, yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun to.
What does the crowd want?
I think we should do something like a dessert.
We call Jess up right now.
Go ahead, Jess, you do it. It'd be funnier if she doesn't answer, then I call her and she goes right away, hey! Hey,
Jess, you're on the podcast. Hey, so JD and I are going to do a live in-person cooking show on our podcast. It's your choice of what we cook.
A live in-person cooking show?
Yes. Well, no, tell her it's a podcast episode.
It's a podcast episode of us cooking together.
And what are you going to cook?
That's what we're calling you for. What should we cook?
Probably just like a quesadilla.
Mom's meat. Oh, I don't like that. Mom's meatloaf.
Mom's meatloaf. We're going for Jess.
Good luck. Is she gonna give you the recipe?
I already know it. It's in my mind.
Thanks.
All right, cool. Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome.
See ya.
Yeah.
You know, say I love you to your sister.
I do. She doesn't have faith in us. There's zero faith there.
Quesadilla. Isn't that just like putting ingredients into like a taco and then you're done?
A tortilla?
I don't know. I don't like them.
Into a taco?
I don't like
That's
tacos.
A taco. You put cheese into a taco.
I don't eat tacos. I don't eat tacos.
You've had a taco before.
I tried it in LA and I didn't like them. LA has some of the best tacos in this country because of how close they are to Mexico. And
you've had tacos, right?
I've had tacos in LA, where the best tacos in the country come from, besides maybe Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Because of being that close to Mexico, it's the best tacos. Same with LA, and I did not like them. I tried it. I tried to like it. I ate it just like you should at a food stand.
Yeah. And how come you never ate the burritos I ate in North Carolina?
Chris would get gas station burritos and then have the shits for 3 hours and wonder why.
Every morning.
Yeah, this wasn't like, oh, I'm going to try this and then have the shits. And then like, you know what? I learned my lesson. I'm never going to eat that gas station burrito again. And then the next day comes up and what do?
First off,
burrito.
It wasn't in the gas station. It was a lady selling them out of her minivan on the side. The gas station.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Please tell me you're making that up.
No, she had a little like flat iron grill.
Did she have an A rating from the?
She did. A+.
She hung it up herself. It just said A+ on it.
With crown.
Well, yeah, I am 10. Remember, I'm 12.
Oh God.
The same as
for bench warmers.
Bench warmers, yeah. I am.
No,
12.
but that was her spot.
She just posted up at the gas station selling burritos out of her van.
Not out of her van, JD. It was like one of those.
A food truck.
Yeah.
It was a food truck.
No, it wasn't a food. She just had like a flat iron grill next to her van.
So it was out of a van. So it was, if she pulled the ingredients.
She had a line of people.
And then how fast did all them run to a bathroom?
I don't know. I left.
And then you
And
ran to the bathroom. And then
sometimes
you all made the same mistake the next day and you went back again.
a lot of the workers went there. Our technicians.
Did
Because I
they?
told them about it. Yeah.
Hey man, there's this van.
You want the shits?
Yeah,
Go there.
get off our exit and then there's like you'll see it. It's a little van.
Didn't I take you there?
No.
Yeah, you refused to go, didn't you?
I refuse to see what you were doing with yourself.
The burritos were good.
But they didn't last long.
Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't.
Well, yeah, it's just like what you get when you roll the dice eating out of a van. She didn't even have a food truck yet. I hope maybe by now she has a food truck.
Maybe she's doing unbelievable. Who are we to know?
Do you remember
Quality
the name?
Meats.
What was her name?
I don't know her name.
You gotta drive down North Carolina just to see if she's still rocking the van.
What if she's like doing unbelievable now? She's got like 3 restaurants in Raleigh. She's just doing big things and you're making fun of her. I got her from her start. I was there when she was minivan selling burritos.
So you were buying it's like when Linda buys the schnapps.
Yeah.
And Bob takes he goes, "Oh my god, how much is this?" She goes, 100 proof. He goes, "Oh my god, isn't that like illegal? Where'd you buy it at?" Some guy in the parking lot of the
She had
store.
permits. She had permits. It was a legit place.
Was it?
Yeah, she had the what the hell? I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's the same thing I have, like the flat iron grill.
And she would get out of her minivan and set up outside of the minivan, or would she set up the grill inside?
She actually had a really sweet setup. So you know those pop-up tents? She had them right at the side of her door, and it was nice. She had a cooler with the meats.
that's how I ate my first taco in L.A.
See,
you go to the vans. They park at like they park at like a food store,
and then they do the pop-up tent
lot,
right next
and
to
then
it.
They pop it up, and you go down the line, and you get plated, and you get the everything, and you go down the line, and boom,
Sometimes
you got yourself a taco.
And talk about a deal. I'm talking a big ass burrito for $1.75, and then a drink. I hand her a $5 each morning.
Tired of keeping change.
Yeah, she was getting a $2 tip.
That was very generous of you.
Thank you. It was every morning. I was spending
$25, $30 a week.
I know.
Burritos.
Sometimes
put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
I did not do the hot sauce because it was basically I was almost 100% fact running to the bathroom with that hot sauce. I didn't want to test that many boundaries.
I was thinking of next Friday.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito,
baby.
You know what's been good to me.
Do you think next Friday is better than regular Friday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mike Epps makes it.
Yeah. Like Chris Tucker's funny in the first one, but Mike Epps, oh my god.
I know.
Man, she knows all the street
with the spring and the glitter.
I love when he starts mumbling.
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why.
Man, you know, yeah, man.
That's why you're looking at me like that. You don't know.
You don't know no Baby D.
You don't know her.
You don't know no Baby D, so you're laughing. You don't know Baby D. Hey, Pimp, you know you got your shirt on backwards? Man, you got me all. Man.
Yeah. Mike Epps is hilarious.
Yeah, everything when she keys it, when she throws the brick through it, everything.
Oh my god.
Like Mike Epps.
He makes that movie. So did Ice Cube's dad.
Oh yeah, I love John Witherspoon. He passed away a couple years ago.
I know. Are they doing The Last Friday? Are they in making of that?
I don't know. Are they?
I thought they were. I thought it was literally called The Last Friday.
The third one's okay.
Is that the Christmas one?
Yeah.
That was alright. Definitely Next Friday is the best.
Oh, you're calling that a Christmas movie?
Well, yeah, there was Christmas throughout the whole thing. That is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, sir.
I'm trying to look up. Bear with me.
But I do agree. Next Friday is the best Friday.
Ride Along 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, War of the Worlds. I don't see anything about another.
There's a new War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
No, this one's with Eva Longoria and Ice Cube, and just the same name, War of the Worlds, but there's no like plot. It's so like in the future. There's not much information on it. So, but what about let's see, what else is there a sequel to that's better? Terminator 2 is better than the original Terminator.
Rocky 2 is better than Rocky 1.
I mean, Rocky 2 he wins.
Yeah, that's why it's better.
But I think Rocky 4 is the best. Die Hard 3 is a great sequel. Die Hard 3 doesn't beat out the original Die Hard, but in my opinion, it goes original Die Hard and then Die Hard 3 under it.
I think for Rockies, it would probably go Rocky 1, realistically.
Yeah.
Rocky 4.
Yes.
Rocky 2.
Yes.
And then none.
And then Rocky 6 or Rocky 3.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. Yeah, that's Rocky 6.
Yeah.
Rocky 5 is way down the line.
Rocky 5 isn't even on there.
I don't even see it.
It's not even there.
Creed is on Creed number 3.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan just made the Walk of Fame.
So think about it this way: 9 movies are based around Rocky now.
Oh, we have to think about.
I heard Rocky might be making another one.
Why?
They might make another Rocky. I saw it the
we
other
didn't even
day.
think of the Rambos.
Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Or what was the movie?
I like the original Rambo better than the second one. The second one's good because they go to Vietnam.
I like Mighty Ducks 2 more than 1.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
I do.
I could see that though. I could see that because of the characters or more funny characters in it.
I like when they go to the Olympics. Or that thing.
What are they called? The something
junior
games.
Yeah, junior games or whatever. I like Mighty Ducks 2 more than 1. That's my personal opinion.
I can almost get on board with that. Mighty Ducks 3 was okay.
Yeah. Mighty Ducks 3, it was just a continuation, had to end sometime.
I haven't seen the TV show.
No, I wouldn't watch it.
Probably good.
What about the Karate Kids?
1.
Ralph Macchio and 1. Yeah.
No, I just don't think the Karate Kids are that. I mean, I think the first one's great.
I hate it how they did Sandlot 2.
I wouldn't even.
Bad News Bears.
The first one's better than the original.
I know, but the second one isn't terrible.
Wait, are you talking about the sequel, or are you talking about the remake?
With
I like the remake just as much as I like the original.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The one with what's his name with the 3 names?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes.
Do you know who directed that?
Who?
The same guy that directed Dazed and Confused.
Oh, okay.
It's the same. His name is Lankar. What the hell is his name? Richard Linklater. That's his name. Richard Linklater. It feels so good when I can think of a name before I have to look it up. Like if I'm thinking like of an actor of a movie, and I don't want to look it up because I'm gonna be so pissed once I see that name. I've converted it into like little mental orgasms, like, oh, thank God I got that out.
You could just be like, yeah, okay, cool. I thought of it. You
No,
don't have
I
to get
can't.
all weird.
No, I can't.
Um,
It's like a breath of fresh air.
we should thank our new subscribers for YouTube. Thank you for joining. We've gained 4 this week.
Yeah, and keep on if you're because out of 92% of our people that watch are non-subscribers.
So start subscribing, people.
It
It helps
helps.
up. It does.
And plus, then that's when you get the alerts when new episodes come up.
Yeah.
So it costs you nothing to hit subscribe.
It's just a button, little click. That's all it is.
Yep, if you actually just scroll over the thing and press the thing, and then the thing will pop up.
Bada bing. You know?
It's just that simple. Bada bing, bada boom.
We will like to thank our listeners, though. Thank you. Also.
Yeah, the people that are listening. If you could rate or like or follow or send a comment, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a bunch of you that are listening, not watching. So for those listening, make sure that if you're already following the show, make sure you leave us a rating. You know, I would say give us 5 stars, but I'm biased.
Give us 5 stars.
You know, do what's in your heart. You know, do what's right.
But give us 5 stars.
Just do the right thing.
You know what to do.
You know, you know what to do. Just do the right thing. I can't wait for tomorrow. As you can tell, I'm a kind of a big Bert Kreischer fan.
Is his new special coming out?
Yeah, it's called Razzle Dazzle, and it's going to be hilarious. And for those of you who don't know who Bert Kreischer is, he's the guy who takes his shirt off on stage every time.
He is pretty funny.
And
he drinks the entire time also.
Chris, he's so funny. I don't think you even got to appreciate how funny he actually is.
I can't just sit there and just watch
stand up.
I can watch stand up.
He has a new movie coming out.
He's funny, yes.
And why can't you watch his stand up?
I can.
You should, because
I just don't have the time.
He has a joke in his stand up about how he woke up one morning and his daughters were laughing in the other room at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and he went in there. He's like, "What are you two doing out of bed?" And they had a little small dog, and Isla, the baby, the 3-year-old, they were like 3 and 5. And she goes, "Look what Isla's new trick is." And she stuck her finger in the dog's butt, and then she put her finger in the dog's mouth. and
he tells that story?
And he's telling them, he goes, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" and the older daughter's like, "Don't worry, it gets funnier every time we do it." He goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" and then he goes, "Do it again." So the baby did it again. And now he's laughing with them, and the wife walks in, and she goes, "What the hell are you all doing?" He goes, "Little Isla's got a trick."
That's funny. Jesus Christ.
That's one of his. That's when he tells the story about being the machine.
Yeah, in Russia.
Yeah, you know, Van Wilder is based on him.
I know.
But he made zero money on that.
Yeah, because you couldn't really prove that was because of him.
No, it was. It's 100% confirmed.
100% confirmed, JD.
Yeah, he's talked about it. How he didn't get paid for it, and how it's based in 1997. He was on the cover of Rolling Stones, or he was inside Rolling Stones. On the cover was Big. Because he's talked about his Rolling Stones. He was interviewed for Rolling Stones because Florida State was the top party school in the country.
Yeah,
and he was the top partier at the college.
Well, he was there for like 6 years, wasn't he?
7. He was there for 7.
Long enough to be a doctor.
I know. A lot of people go to school for 7 years, Richard. Yeah, and they're called doctors.
Doctors. You're a doctor.
But yeah, he went there for 7 years, and he's like, I'm so dumb that I took a Spanish class, but it ended up being Russian instead.
Oh, and they went on the field trip to Russia.
And then, well, because his teacher's like, he's like, I got to get out of here. I thought it was Spanish 101. And the teacher's like, listen, I don't have enough students in my classroom to teach his class if you leave. How about you sit down and I'll give you C's all year long? He's like, you got yourself a deal. So he said, I took 4 years of a language and I didn't know a word of it. And then I got to go to Russia, and I went to Russia. They gave me a minor in Russian. So that's when he went to Russia, and they were like, you can't talk to any of the gangsters. They're there to protect us, but you're not allowed to be friends with them. He's like, they're going to be my fucking best friends.
yeah.
And he was like partying with them. And that's how he became the machine, because he could drink with the Russians all night long. And if you can do that, you're definitely the top partier.
I know they drink a lot of vodka over there. I could not do that.
I could do vodka over anything else, I think.
I can do whiskey over anything else.
No, I couldn't drink whiskey long term, no. Like, not throughout the night like that.
I can.
If I was mixing with Coke, maybe.
Oh.
No, soda, sir. Not cocaine.
Jesus Christ.
No, if I was mixing the whiskey with Cola,
Coca-Cola.
Then I think I could drink Coke all night.
Like Jack and Coke.
Like Jack and Cokes all night.
Yeah.
I have done that. But if it comes to, like, you're just straight chugging, vodka is what I could just straight chug.
Oh, God. I almost just threw up thinking about that.
Some Smirnoff vodka, the cheap stuff, like a $5 bottle, I could take that down in 10 minutes.
Stop.
Remember my Bacardi? I've only drank Bacardi once in my life, and it put me in the hospital.
I know.
When I was, 16 years old, and I drank literally a fifth of Bacardi in 10 minutes. Apparently, you can't do that without ending up in a hospital.
Yeah, Dad and I went there to get you.
Yeah, and then you were like 13. And
flashback.
You got to see all the people that were there. Scared. What was going on in the room next to me?
A whole bunch of shit. There was someone. Well, it was a Saturday night in Camden, in Cooper Hospital.
Night before Easter.
Yeah, so it was reckless in there.
And there you are. No, I thought something was happening in the next room. I can't remember.
Well, I got pissed because you were like shaking on the bed, and I said, "Is he okay?" And then the lady was like, "Well, maybe he's cold." Like, gave me a real condescending like answer, and I got pissed. But yeah, that was a rough night. You came home at like 3. That's when I think they discharged you.
I don't remember much. All I remember is waking up on the couch in a hospital robe.
Yeah. Mom was not happy that Easter. Not happy that Easter.
They took the Easter Bunny did not give me any Easter candy that year.
No. You were in trouble that year.
The Easter Bunny flew over our house that year and avoided me. That was one of the first Easters that we weren't down the shore for, because we were usually down the shore for Easter.
Yeah. I know. You got in a little trouble that Easter.
Well, I didn't get grounded.
You should have.
You know what my punishment was?
You weren't allowed to go out.
No, I wasn't allowed to sleep out. This was sophomore year. This was March or May, or not May, be April or March.
Yeah.
Of my junior year, or my sophomore year. And Dad's punishment was I wasn't allowed to sleep over a friend's house for the rest of high school. So no sleepover parties for all juniors. But the funny thing is, then they get to you 3 years later when you're 16 years old, and they're like, you can drink in the basement.
Well, I didn't get like you.
Well, because they allowed you to drink in the basement. They didn't allow me to drink anywhere.
Well,
they were smart. They let you drink in the basement under supervision.
My God.
Me, I couldn't drink in a basement under supervision, so we got reckless.
Yeah.
And then we get to Jessica, and they're just like full-on ragers going on.
Stop. Jess did know how to throw a party.
Jess threw huge parties, and Mom was there for all of them.
Not necessarily.
Dad wasn't there for the one.
I wasn't there for that one either.
I was the keeper of the keys that night.
Keeper of the keys.
I remember, I remember this too, even though I was all like bad then. I was living in their basement, and I heard a huge party going on, and I came upstairs and Mom was sitting on the porch. I said, I thought Chris and Dad said no parties while they're, because this is when you guys were driving to Arizona and back.
Oh yeah.
And Dad said no parties. And Jess threw one of the biggest parties, and Mom and I just sat on the porch all night, chain smoking and collecting people's keys.
My God. Yeah, that was probably past that. Dad and I didn't know about that.
I think you eventually found out, and if not, Dad's finding out now.
He's probably gonna be like, the hell?
Sorry, Jess. Blew up your spot a little bit. Didn't mean to.
She doesn't care.
No,
Jess deserved all those parties.
Well, yeah, because she was the good one.
The best. Jess is the best.
And then there's
Can't
you
deny
and Jessica, Chris, JD on the scale of. You're on your. I remember you were buying your first house the day I was getting shipped to rehab.
A little bit different.
My little brother came from signing over buying a house to pick up my dog so I could go to rehab and start over at 31.
A little bit of a different transition for us. See,
that's that whole Alaska Russia thing of we're this close, but we're far apart too.
Yeah. It's
flat on map, flat on the ground. We're furthest apart. But you make that a globe, and we're neighbors.
Right there, we're right there.
We're the same person.
Yep.
What's for dinner tonight?
Wings and pizza.
Nice. Right now they're making chicken nuggets, like homemade chicken nuggets from his Minecraft cookbook. He picked up a Minecraft cookbook, and
right. Yeah,
and for his
reading.
Read it? Well, no, I didn't make him, but he has to read 30 minutes every day. And I told him he could read that for his 30 minutes. And he just sat there for 30 minutes reading ingredients.
2 tablespoons of butter.
He ended up making brownies with his dad over the weekend. They were good. I had some earlier.
Really?
Brought some home with him. So the Minecraft brownies, 5 stars. 5 stars.
5 stars.
And Dominic made it too. So
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go down and eat that said pizza. It's already here.
All right. I'm going to go eat too.
Judy, take out the thing with Bria and the Bella thing.
Why? That's hilarious.
Because it's weird. It's weird. Just take out that part.
All right. See ya.